welcome to Yoga with Alex. So I'm going to be taking you through a beginner's Hatha Yoga class today. So let's get started right away by laying down on your mats, and let's start in corpse pose Shavasana. So laying down, let's take you through a relaxation for the first few minutes. Just get comfortable on your mats. Make sure the palms are facing upwards. Feet, just gently let them roll out to the side. Make sure you've got a nice long neck. And just focus on your breathing. I invite you to close your eyes. Really try and tune your breath into the body. Nice deep breath into the belly. And exhale. Try and forget about everything that's happened in your day. This time is about you, your body, and your mind. Breathe in positivity and exhale negativity. And breathe in positivity. Exhale negativity. Try and relax and sink into the mat. Release all of that tension from your body. Good, and start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring yourself back into the room. Gently open your eyes. Start by hugging your knees into your chest and just gently rotating your ankles in a circular motion. Start to mobilize the ankles and change direction. Place the feet flat on the floor. Start to rotate the wrists. Again, making sure that you've got nice deep breaths into your stomach. And exhale. Sink the back into the floor. Change direction. Try and really focus on your breathing in this practice. Clearing your mind of any stress that you may have. Forget about it for now. This is just you and your body. Good. Place your hands onto the floor. And lifting up from the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, pushing down in the heels. Holding it for a split second, and then coming down. Tilting the pelvis up, squeezing the glutes, and back down. Keeping those shoulders on the floor. Squeeze those glutes nice and high, and back down. Good. Make sure all of the weight's in the heels of your feet. Try and relax your shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Good, and gently rolling over to one side and coming up to a seated position. Crossing our legs, taking a nice deep breath in and exhale as you twist. Inhale, exhale. Keep it fluid, keep it moving. Inhale as you come to center. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And taking big rolls with those shoulders. Big circles with the elbows. Backwards. Keeping a nice straight spine, elongated all the way through to the top of the neck. And forwards, change direction. Good. Well done. And taking a big stretch over. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. Inhale, exhale. Fill those lungs up. Really stretch. Can you feel the stretch by your ribs, by your side, as you reach up and over? And exhale. Good. Okay, from here we're going over onto all fours. So hands are underneath our shoulders. And you're going to suck your belly button in and arch the back, nice and rounded, cat shape. And then sink the belly button and the chest down. We're going into cow. Cat. Inhale, exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. So we're just mobilizing the spine here, warming up our body, ready for our Asana practice. And recover. Good. From here, I'd like you to tuck your toes underneath. You're going to stick your bottom right up in the air. Legs as straight as you can, ears are in line with your biceps. You're going to push your heels down to the floor as much as you possibly can. That's comfortable for you. And you're just going to start by pedaling the feet one at a time forward. So here, this is our first downward dog of the day. We're just stretching out the hamstrings. Good, mobilizing the legs. Stretching out the shoulders, engaging the core. Excellent work, guys, fantastic. Really try and press down in those heels. Can you feel the stretch in the back of the legs? Focus on your breathing. Good, a few more pedals out. Excellent work, good. And slowly just walking the feet in towards your hands. Feet are just underneath your hips. And you're slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up to standing. Roll those shoulders back. And we are ready to begin our practice. Okay, we're going to be starting in Tadasana. So rolling those shoulders back, feet are hip distance apart. Distribute your weight evenly along the floor with your toes. And just take a deep breath in. And exhale. Make sure you have a nice elongated spine. Focus in front of you. We're here for about 5 breaths. Good, okay, we're going on to our first balance of the day. We're going into tree. So we have option 1, foot by ankle. Option 2, underneath the knee. Option 3, in the fleshy part of the thigh. So pick whichever one you would like to start with. And we're going to hold it for roughly 10 breaths. So relaxing the shoulders, focusing that mind on a point in front of you. Don't worry if you have a few wobbles. Really try and focus your mind, still the mind. Good. Pushing out the knee. Squeezing the bottom of the supporting leg. Nice, strong supporting leg. Relaxing those shoulders, really focus that mind. Distribute that weight evenly along the floor with your toes. And recover back into Tadasana. Good, mountain pose. We're going on to the other side. So option 1, by the ankle. Option 2, underneath the knee. Option 3, in the fleshy part of your thigh. And off we go. Really focus that mind in front of you. Focus those eyes. Try to pick a point in front of you and try to remain as still as you possibly can. If you want to challenge yourself, feel free to shut your eyes. Good. Distribute that weight. Maybe a few wobbles, don't worry if there is. Just come out at any point and go back in. Good, well done. Fantastic work, guys. We're going to go straight into a forward fold. So, taking a nice deep breath in, arms circle up. And exhale, hinging at the hips, nice straight back. And relaxing the head down, eyes to the back of the mat, towards your shins. Relax the neck, relax all of that tension. Don't worry if you can't touch the floor, feel free to hold your elbows. We're just going to relax down here. Let the weight of your head just fall. Breathe into your belly. Try and get your belly to touch your thighs if you can. Should feel a nice stretch down the back of your hamstrings, at the back of your legs. Deep breath. Let all of that tension come out, let it fall out of your head. Deep breaths in and out. Rolling up through the spine, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Excellent work. Placing the arms out in front of you, stepping the foot underneath the ankle. You're going to be turning one foot out, turning, squaring the back foot off, leaning forward, bending at the knee, making sure the knee is in line with your ankle. You're going to put your elbow here onto your thigh and reaching up and over. Well done. Extended side angle. Good, so you should feel a nice stretch on the adductor, which is your inner thigh here. A nice stretch down the side of your body as well. Just going to focus the breathing. Well done. Really reach. And coming up, exhale, changing sides, square that foot off, turn the opposite foot out, bending at the knee in line with your ankle, keeping the hips square, bending the elbow over to your thigh and stretching up and over. Try and reaching towards the wall. Nice straight back. Imagine you've got a brick wall in front of you and behind you, and you're trying to squeeze in the middle. Focus on your breathing. Really big reach. Feel the lungs expanding in your rib cage. And coming up and out of it, stepping the feet in. Feet are underneath your hips, again rolling the shoulders back. We're inhaling, holding the fingers at the top, squeezing the bottom together. Take a nice deep breath in, squeezing the bottom and leaning back, up and over. Extended mountain. Reaching the ribs away from the hip bones. Eye gazes up to our hands, which are joined. We're squeezing the bottom to support the spine. And stretching our spine. Good. Well done. Stretching the abdominals. Opening the chest. And coming up and back to center. Fantastic, guys. Okay, we're going into a chair pose now. So arms come up, in line with your ears. You're going to sit your bottom back as if you're sitting onto a chair. And we're just going to hold it, hovering in our chair position. Your knees are in line with your toes, you're sitting the bottom down. Spread your feet along the floor. Arms are in line with your ears. And we're just going to hold this pose here. Should feel your muscles in your front of your legs and your quads start to shake. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming up, reaching the arms up and forward fold down to the floor. Relaxing the head down and just stretching out here. Counterbalancing this pose. Relax that head down and breathe into the belly. So
So this pose has an energizing effect and calming effect on the mind. Clearing our mind. Nice deep breaths in. And exhale. And slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling up. And relaxing those shoulders back and down. Good. Taking a deep breath in. Again, going down, hands onto the floor. From here, we're going to step one leg back to the back of your mat, then the other leg back to the back of your mat, and we're going into a plank position. And we're just going to hold a nice straight plank. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Neck is in line with your spine. You're engaging the abdominals, squeezing the belly button in. Trying to keep the back as straight as you can. Good, fantastic work, guys. Well done. Well done. I'm placing the knees down, chest, and relaxing down here. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhaling, pushing up into cobra. Nice deep breaths. If this is too much on your spine, feel free to go back down into Sphinx on your elbows. If you want that full extension of the spine, come back up into Cobra. Relaxing the shoulders, eye gaze is forward. Squeezing the bottom. Nice deep breaths here in Cobra. This is strengthening the spine, opening the chest. Good. And from here, sitting back, opening the knees. Placing our forehead down onto the mats, hands come beside our bodies. Aiming to get your bottom sitting on your heels, so open your feet out as wide as you need to. Open the knees as wide as you need to. And relax here into child's pose. Relax your weight on the floor. Your forehead should just be relaxed on the floor. No tension holding in your body. Relax everything down. Make sure you're grounded onto the floor. Bottom is as far down to your heels as you can. Focus on deep breaths into your rib cage. Feel that air expand the ribs. And exhale. Good, well done guys, excellent work. Coming up onto all fours, hands are underneath your shoulders, feet, knees are in line with your hips. You're going to take an inhalation, arch your back, and exhale. Holding this position, we're going to hold cat's pose, stretching out the back. Try and open up the rib cage with your breath. Really expand it out. Hold in that cat position with a nice arched back. And from here, we're tucking our toes under, pushing the bottom up in the air. We're going into downward facing dog. Feet are in line with your shoulders. You've got a nice stretch from the back of your hamstrings and the back of your legs. Ears are in line with your biceps, and you're pushing your heels down to the floor. Don't worry if you can't touch the floor. Hovering is just absolutely fine. Just feel a nice stretch down the back of your legs. Make sure it's comfortable. If you feel like it's getting unbearable, you can pedal your knees, pedal the feet. Just relax in the muscle. Should feel a nice gentle stretch down the back of your legs. Nice deep breaths here. And we're placing our knees down, again opening our knees. We're keeping our hands in front of us this time. We're going into extended child's pose. We're sitting back with our bottom, placing the hands out in front of us, and we're placing the head down onto the mat. Try and ground your bottom onto the heels of your feet. Stretching out the back, stretching out the shoulders, grounding at the bottom. Relax your head onto the floor and focus on the breathing. And well done. Coming up to a seated position. Placing our feet out in front of us, flexing at the toes, flexing those feet. Imagine you're pressing your feet against a wall, pressing the knees down, really strengthening and lengthening down the back of our hamstrings. Rolling the shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. Make sure your heels are off of the floor and you're really squeezing the legs and you're stretching the back of the legs. We're holding this pose. This is called staff pose. Gaze in front of you. You may feel your quadriceps in the front of your legs start to shake. Hold in this pose here. So this is strengthening and lengthening our legs. And recover. From here, we're going into an intense stretch of the west. We're hinging forward and stretching out as much as we physically can over our legs. Don't worry if you can't go all the way, but we're trying to go down as far as you can. So don't worry if you're here, that's absolutely fine. Flex those feet and reaching forward. Holding a nice deep stretch here. Deep breaths. So this is quite an intense stretch to our back of our legs, lengthening the hamstrings, strengthening out the hamstrings. On your inhalation, on your next exhalation, try and go a little bit further. Really breathe into it. So as you breathe out, go down a little bit more. And recover. We're going to counter that pose by rolling over and going into a sphinx. So coming down onto our tummy. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Imagine you've got a torch on your breastbone and you're shining that torch on the wall in front of you. Relaxing the shoulders, squeezing the glutes. Having a nice open chest, nice strong shoulders. Relaxed neck. Make sure you're not holding any tension anywhere. So this is lengthening and strengthening the spine. Opening up the chest. Nice deep breaths in. And recover. We are rolling over onto our backs. Placing our feet hip distance apart, and you're just going to drop the knees over to one side. Your head can go over to the opposite side if that's comfortable for you. If not, then just hold it into the center. And you should feel a nice stretch down your spine and your abdominals. Nice deep breaths here. On your next inhalation, lift your knees up to center. On your next exhalation, you're going to drop them down to the other side. And again, with the head, you can drop the head down to the opposite side. Try and have your shoulders flat on the floor. On your next inhalation, bringing the legs up, back into center. Place the palms up, stretch the legs out. We're laying in corpse pose, Shavasana. Ready for our relaxation part of the class? Just let your body sink into the mat. Let every bit of tension just fall out of you. Focus on deep breathing. In through your nose, out through your nose. Take your attention down to your toes. Relax the toes. Let Let the tension in your feet just fall. Bring your attention to your calves. Sink them down onto the mat. The knees. Relax in the thighs. Relax in the glutes. No tension in the hips. Just let them sink onto the floor. Relax your belly button down into the floor. Let your abdominals just sink down into the mat. Don't brace them, don't hold them. Just let them go. Relax in the shoulders and the chest. Onto the floor, spread the shoulder blades out along the floor. Letting go of every bit of tension you have. Relax in the hands, the wrists, the forearms, relax the neck. Let all of that tension go. Breathe in positivity. Out any negativity. Let it go. Inhale. Fill your body up with positive energy. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Let it go. Inhale positivity. Let go of negativity out of your life. Relax in the face and the head. Let it sink down onto the floor. Just let it go. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Flutter open your eyelids. Come back into the room. And rolling over onto one side. And when you're ready, push yourself up into a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Relaxing the shoulders down. Thank you for joining me on today's Hatha Yoga class. I really hope you enjoyed yourself. Make sure you subscribe to other videos, there's plenty more coming your way. Let me know what you thought. Take care and see you very, very soon. Namaste.